are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Miami Dolphins. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Hands it off out of the gun. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout the ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
They'll try and run for it. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But in this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Off the bootleg. Looney.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Now, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff-worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're giving some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
third down throw, incomplete as well.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Richard on the return.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck, and it'll be Dolphin football. Now Moore. They'll roll him out right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
More now. Complete. This is Mitchell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. The Dolphins had 8-3 now, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Dolphins. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with prior to the game. They always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw on 2nd down. Looney. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
It's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass out.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Looney. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Moore, off play action. Escaping the pressure right. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Looking for the crossing route, and he's got Mitchell. And he will have a Dolphins 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Back to throw. Moore. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And able to work his way down to the 16.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Back to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
It's a gain of a yard, and that's good for a Miami first down.
Okay, break.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Operating from the gun. Moore. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And, oh, he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle.
And some room to work. And all the way down to the 42. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. He's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Moore. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Moore to throw on 2nd down. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 18.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because...
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. On first down, Looney. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Looking to throw on second down. Looney. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. Throwing on first down. Looney. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. It's a big play there for Miami. 46 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option. He'll try again, and this time he'll score. Touchdown, Miami. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The 40. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
They go play action here on first down. Out to his left. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
The Dolphins on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Operating from the gun. Moore. Hard throw, incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Let's go now.
Moore now. Throwing on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Here's 2nd and a yard. From the gun. He'll hand this off.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Back to throw. Looney. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this will be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. Operating from the gun, Looney. His pass caught at the 4. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. They'll try to run this one in. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Now we'll get whistles, and they signal for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Rolling to it. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further.